The following program is to provide entertainment and information. It is not considered to be any legal or investment advice. Good morning, appraisers. Let's talk some real estate. You're listening to the voice of Appraisal, the #1 appraisal podcast in America that always brings you the latest news and information from the front lines of the real estate market. Anything from market conditions, appraisal regulations, cryptocurrencies, big bank news. Folks, you have a question, we have all of your answers. We are the one-stop source for all of your real estate appraisal information needs. If you want to be in the know, you have definitely tuned in to the right show. I'm your host, Phil Crawford. Happy to have all of you here with us today. Kevin, what a screwed up year, man. I mean, gee, what a messed up year. That's all I got to say.
We are finally back down at the radio station.
Back down at the great studios of 1480 WDJO, the best radio station in the country, the most appraiser-friendly radio station in the world, and I'm happy to be here with you, Kevin. Got the Rona, buddy. I ended up getting the damn coronavirus, the stupid Rona. My wife got it. She got it, how many weeks ago was this now? 7, 8 weeks ago?
About, yeah.
She ended up getting it. Now, my wife is a beautiful registered nurse, so she got it, and then I ended up getting symptoms 2 days later. We were both officially tested, and we tested positive for it. But I'll give you my experience with it. I'm 46 years old. As most of you know, I work out about every other day. It keeps my anxiety down. It also makes me feel good about myself because when you're in real estate and you're getting ripped apart like we've been getting ripped apart this year, you have to do something that makes you feel good. But no, I'm 46, in good shape. And let me tell you something. It hit me like a freight train. I got hit like a freight train. Day 1, boom, freight train down. Day 2, boom, freight train, 100 temperature or something. Day 3, Kevin, day 3, frickin' taste and smell gone, okay? Taste and smell gone on day 3. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm still, by the way, freight train, okay? Day 4, a little bit better, but the taste smell's not there, okay? Day 8, you feel like you got this little bronchitis thing coming on, and it tries to work its way into your chest a little bit. I think Cuomo even said that when he got it. It was kind of works its way in. So by day 10, I was done with it. I said, I'm done with this crap. Got on the treadmill, was able to run a couple miles and kind of, if you would, blow it all out of my system. But boy, it does. It really does knock you out. My lovely and beautiful wife, she got hit with it a lot harder than I did. And I had to take some time off. Well, we were under quarantine anyways by the health department, but I had to make sure that she was okay. So that's why we had the reboot show. Then we had the other show. We had the guys ready to come on from the con.
Right.
The film crew that was at Appraiser Fest. They will be coming on again, talking about all the efforts that they're doing in the appraiser world. Standing up for appraisers, by the way. We were ready to have them on, and all of a sudden, boom! Boom! We get the damn Rona.
Just like everything else, had to hit the brakes.
Well, yeah, family comes first. No matter what, family comes first. And it was very unique to sit there and have the health department call you every single morning. Oh, are you doing okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Little big brotherish there. Kind of freaky, Kevin. Kind of freaky. But thank God I have a trainee. That's the other thing, too. We have all of these banks out there that say, oh, you can't use a trainee. You can't use a trainee. We're in the middle of a freaking pandemic. You might want to have us use our trainees. Our trainees, the people that we train to go out to the properties just in case somebody gets quarantined. And that's what happened. I was very lucky in the fact that I had a little bit of a slowdown during that week. So I was able to adjust and send my trainee out to do some things as I sat in quarantine. So if you are a more, as I would say, mature appraiser, okay, and there are a lot of appraisers out there a little bit more matured than I am. I take this virus pretty seriously because it does rip you down pretty hard, and I don't want anybody getting it, especially if you're a little bit older, if you're in that demographic, or if you've got any pre-existing condition or anything like that. It does tear you apart a little bit. And take it seriously, too. When you go inside people's homes, make sure that you protect yourself, make sure they're protected. Folks, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I give them an option. Now I give them an option. Do you want me to wear a mask? I've got an N95 mask, a typical mask cover, and my 3M full-face respirator came in as well. So I have a full 3M respirator. Now, I wear glasses. So I bought the glasses insert, took those down to my local optometrist, and he fitted them for me. There's some times where people will say, can you wear the big mask? Can you wear it? No, I'm like, sure, no problem at all. Okay, so I do wear those. I do wear Dickies scrub bottoms. Now, I wear the black ones and the gray ones. They have a very good professional look to them. And then I also wear my polo shirt with my company logo on it. So it's a good look. And then that way, when you get back to your home, you can take off your Dickies scrub bottoms, put them in the washer dryer, you wash them as soon as you possibly can. But a lot of people have felt very comfortable about me wearing that big 3M mask. And if you wear glasses and things like that, if you put the inserts in, it actually works out really nicely. You can get a good view of the property and stuff. So that is serious. Also, when it comes to the 3M mask, okay, this is really, 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 I've learned this one too. Dogs don't like the 3M mask. Okay, I'm just saying that right now. If they got a dog, make sure that the dog sees your face first before you put the big mask on. You guys are probably slamming down. You guys are slamming. You guys are jamming. The Fed has been kind. The market has been going insane. Some of you out there are probably to the point of breaking. You probably are. You're probably reaching a burnout level right now. I know that a lot of people that are in the processing world, in the underwriting world, we're going to have an underwriter on. We're going to have Jen Hamill on very soon. She got me started in radio to begin with. She's a professional underwriter. You want to talk about a shortage of professionals. There's a shortage of professional underwriters out there. She's coming on to talk about what's going on behind the scenes in the banking world. But just take it one day at a time. I know you guys are slammed. It's a terrific year to make money. Go out there and make your cash, but don't overwork yourself and don't try to burn yourself out. Let's talk about your markets really quick. Macroeconomics. Macroeconomics in real estate is going to be the next big thing that we're going to have to focus in on. As you've known, when you listen to me on this show for how many years now, I've always concentrated on macroeconomic effects on local real estate market. Lori and I are working on a macro 2021 course. It'll be out next year through aNoble Education. You can go to aNobleeducation.com. That's aNobleeducation.com. And that's going to be basically the new way of learning how to do this business. Simple and easy as that. So it'll be available through aNobleeducation.com. Also, Appraisal site is almost done. So if you've got some people out there that don't want you coming into the homes, you want a hands-free, if you would, or a virtual way of inspecting property, we do have Appraisal site almost done as well. Very easy to use. It's not one of those cumbersome apps. It's just a simple process. It can even be used with a clipboard. If you like a clipboard, and there's nothing wrong with a clipboard, it can still be used with that too. We have Appraisal site coming out very soon, and we have these wonderful new courses through aNoble Education. We're getting them approved in as many states as possible. These will all be virtually done. I'll teach the first macro set. This will be a 2-hour evening class, followed up by another 2-hour evening class. And then the final week will be a 3-hour evening class. And we're going to roll through it. We're going to start from the very beginning, roll all the way down the line. We're going to take us all the way through tokenization into the blockchain and off-planet settlement services and how the cryptos would be able to work and move in those directions. So here's the thing with aNoble Education. This is very, very important. If you are a regulator, we are the education company that is begging you to take our courses. I am begging you to please take the Macro 2021 course that we are going to provide. You're going to need to know how things are going to move into the future, especially if you're an appraisal regulator. So please, 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 please audit everything we do, okay? There's very few education companies out there that are begging government officials to audit them, and I'm begging you to audit us because that way you'll know what's coming down the pike. We are way ahead of the game on all this stuff. We are way ahead of the game on property tokenization. We are way ahead of the game on the money machine that is the Federal Reserve. We are way ahead of the game on the way that this entire society is operating now. It's basically nothing but a novel of the tale of two cities. To some people that are really close to that Federal Reserve money machine, it's the best of times. If you're not close to it, it's the worst of times. If you're close to it, it's the age of enlightenment. If you're not close to it, it's the age of despair. If you're close to it, everybody's going to heaven. And if you're not close to it, everybody's going to hell. That is the very first beginnings of the tale of two cities. And that's where we are right now as a society. And we need to understand that, especially as real estate appraisers. So we break that down when it comes to our courses in aNoble Education. We don't provide CE. CE is continuing education. This isn't continuing. It's current. It's live. It's living education that you're going to need to know. And trust me, it's not going to be boring as cat. That's aNobleeducation.com. That's aNobleeducation.com. Get on there, get signed up, get ready to go, and we'll get those courses out as soon as possible. So I'm sorry that I had to take some time off, folks, but, as they say, family does come first. I had to get my health back up to normal again. The next show that we do, we're going to have a very, very, very special guest. We're going to have Danielle DiMartino Booth. Danielle DiMartino Booth, I've been a big fan of hers for a very long time, and she does join us on the next show. She did a terrific article in Bloomberg discussing the risk of these automated, quote-unquote, appraisal waivers out there. She's not going to know what hit her after we talk about some stuff.
Right. All I was going to say about it, everybody, you have to listen because there is part of the interview that Phil actually surprised her with a question that she didn't know about.
Well, we also surprised her with a few things that are going over on at the GSEs too, you know. Yes. I mean, she just basically was like, what? So that's going to get out there. These appraisal waivers on purchase transactions, just not good. Not a good idea. No. Let's not roll that along. Guy walks into your bank. He says, hey, you know what? I want to borrow 25% on my value of my property, 25% LTV, 50% LTV. You want to waive that thing? You want to do a little AVM? You want to just jump around a little bit and say, yeah, that's the way it's going to be? Fine. But you're looking at a loan where you got 5% down and that's all they got, or an FHA loan where you got 3.5% down in a highly undersupplied market where you got multiple offers all over the daggone place, where it's like you're walking into Bengal Stadium, and when you walk into Bengal Stadium in the fourth quarter, Mike Brown, who actually's got a pretty good team this year, decides he's still not going to sell hot dogs, so there's only one hot dog left, and that hot dog is the only listing that you got in that entire market, and you got multiple offers on that hot dog, driving that price up, not the value, but driving that price up, and you're going to go out there and you're going to do appraisal waivers in that world? Are you serious? Are you serious? With nearly 17% of all FHA mortgages in deferment, and let's not talk about the 8% sitting over at the GSEs over at Fannie and Freddie. What did it do to take them down in 2007? What was it? 4% foreclosure rate? Not a good time. Not a good time to be doing appraisal waivers. Also, probably a good time to go out there and tell all the consumers, hey, by the way, when you buy a house, you should get your own appraisal done. Is there any type of nationwide uniform disclosure that's available for consumers? This appraisal is not to be used by you to make the decision to buy this house. This appraisal should be used by the bank for their risk assessment. So here's the thing. Instead of getting all excited, popping open the champagne because you got appraisal waivers and everybody's excited and everybody's going to go into the house and go get your fruit bowl because you're paying so much money for this house. This is going to be awesome. Why don't you get your own appraisal done? Is that disclosure out there? No, it is not. Where is that disclosure at? Last time I checked, it's over at the National Association of Realtors with the Appraisal Committee. And Becky does a terrific job. But the other appraisers that sit on that panel, you better start getting something done with that nationwide, I think they called it the know before you owe disclosure or something like that. Get off your and start getting that out there before more and more real estate agents are sued in the future, because what Danielle, DiMartino, Booth, and I discussed could be some really, really bad things that are going to take place. Clean that up. Clean that up before that thing gets out of control. I'm feeling much better. We're back down here in the radio station. Any of you out there, any of my listeners want to come to Cincinnati? I've got some antibodies. You want to give me a big hug? You want to lick my forehead? Let me tell you something. I'll let you do that too, Kevin. I'll let you do that too. You know what, Kevin? I am so excited. I am 46 years old. 46 years old. And for the first time since I was 25, I finally have a bodily fluid that's worth something, Kevin. I finally have it, Kevin. Finally, after all these years, I am so pumped up over it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our show for this week. And as always, I would like to thank you for listening as we journey through the mysteries and complexities that are, in fact, the real estate appraisal business. I would like to thank my producer, Kevin Kinney, for being here for his thoughtful insight and knowledge. God willing, we're back here very soon, reporting from the front lines of the real estate market. In the meantime, you kiss your spouse, you hug your children, enjoy your day. Be safe, guys. Be safe, safe, safe in the field. You've been listening to Phil Crawford on Voice of Appraisal. We'll talk very soon.